All right. What's up, San Diego? Thanks for tuning in. I apologize if anybody tried to tune in earlier because I accidentally had it scheduled for 2:42 p.m. earlier.
Stop it.
So if you guys try to tune in earlier, like it's Kelvin, you may have been there at 2:47.
Kelvin, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that, buddy. But we will get to all your questions and we'll be able to answer them as we go through this. We are also going to invite Mr. Dan Palka to the podcast, to the YouTube live.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there he is.
Hey, my friends, what's going on?
Oh, this cuts out Courtney completely on this thing.
Isn't that the plan?
There we go. Let's widen this out a little bit so we can fit. There we go.
I'm dressed for the Arctic tundra.
Yeah, it's a balmy.
You guys are a little crooked over there too. I feel like I'm doing this. So.
We're working on it.
We're on
Put your head the entire time, and it will be straight if you do it.
Fair enough.
Many recalibrations.
It's hard to fit two people into the screen at one time on this.
Okay, I get it.
Split screen.
I get it.
Yeah, I've gained a few pounds. It's fine.
Voted out. Here I go.
There you go. Slowly, one way. She'll go drink in the corner. Okay, so we are going to talk about San Diego, surprisingly enough, on this YouTube Live. We're going to talk about what's going to come up in 2022, what our predictions are for the housing market here in 2022. Oh. So, Dana, hopefully you're prepared for this because I did not tell you that.
I'm not prepared at all. This is going to be really awkward.
This is great. This is great. I'd love to put you on the spot, so this is great.
Perfect.
Okay, so I just wanted to bring up a few things here. I just learned how to do share screen, so bear with me on this. Windows. So I wanted to show, this might cut off Dan's head. Let's see if this goes. There we go.
Oh,
it worked out.
Very nice.
I'm fancy. So I was just looking at like November stats just recently, and I looked at the median home or the price increase in one neighborhood in particular, Rancho Peninsula, which is where we live. Yeah. The home prices have gone up. Where does it say that? There it is. So this time last year, 2020, was 952,000. I can't really.
Bern, can you zoom in on that at all?
Yes, of course I can.
952,500 to be exact.
Oops. If I knew how to zoom in, I probably would do that.
Dan. So we're stretching your capabilities over here.
This is about as far as I go.
Maxed out, but he has the screen.
Yes.
But look, you have this beautiful backdrop. I mean, this is good. I like this a lot.
How do you zoom in, Dan? Do you want to fill me in?
Just on your screen.
Okay, you're right. I can't see it. Yes.
Okay.
Right there.
We have 952,500.
That was in 2020 November. Mm-hmm. In November 2021.
It's 1.35.
Increase of
42.3%.
42.3% increase in home prices in Rancho Peninsula in 1 year. Granted, this is just 1 month, so sometimes there's one really expensive house that sells that kind of throws it off, but
ruins the bell curve.
That will, a little bit. But that will give you an indication of how much prices have increased in the last 12 months. Which is
well, and if you could, I was just looking for all of San Diego for November 2021. I was just sharing with a client yesterday, and I think it's only a 19% increase on median home. So what you're seeing here is that Rancho Peninsula has been a very, very hot market within San Diego.
It has. There's been a lot of tech companies kind of moving into the area. Mm-hmm. Apple keeps advertising they are bringing more and more people here, and they have an office in Rancho Bernardo, and they have an office in UTC. So what? Right in the middle of that
is right.
Carmel Valley, Rancho Peninsula. I also have Carmel Valley's stats on here as well. I'm getting fancy now. Let's see if I can find that. There we go. Can your better eyes see what that one says?
Point to it with, oh gosh. Okay, 1.7.
That's for single family homes.
Oh my, up to 2.25.
This is 2.25 is the median sales price in November 2020.
In Carmel Valley.
So I really thought home prices were going to slow down at November, December because of the holidays. But there's even less inventory than there was previously. And then we did not have a lot of inventory before. So what little inventory we have now is even getting bigger bidding wars. The last two houses I put offers on for clients, they had 20 plus offers on both of them.
Sounds like the summer.
It does. And
there was a little dip,
there was a little lull like
couple...
August, September, October, which there was like you could get offers accepted. So now in December
Ramping back up.
and November, obviously, they ramped back up again. So it's what I thought was going to be less of a battle has become just like it was in the springtime. So
Yeah.
I know, let's get out of this one. So, and then it's Kelvin asked, I'd love to hear your thoughts on being a bearish or bullish for 2022. Dan, what's your thoughts on the housing market in 2022? Wait, cheers. I forgot to, we didn't cheers yet.
Yes. Can we talk about what we're drinking first before we get into this real serious stuff?
What are you drinking, Dan?
It's, it's kind of the same thing. If you've watched this before and you remember what I drank before, this is one of my favorites, Society Pupil.
That's a good one. That is one of my favorites.
And it's especially good because they sell it at Costco, and that's a very great place to buy it.
And you pronounce that Society because I feel like that should be fancy in French, like Société.
Yes,
beer is not fancy. It doesn't matter how good it is.
If it was wine,
But it's got an ETE. It looks like, if I was a linguist.
It's just clever is what it is.
You're right. It's clever, huh?
or silly. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so it's not hot water.
That's a beautiful mug.
Does anyone else watch The Great British Bake Off? Because this is a Mary Berry and Paul Hollywood mug that says that I am the star baker. Have you ever watched it?
I've seen it. I think I've seen it at your house.
I am star baker, but it's a mug full of Chardonnay, actually. So
there you go.
Nice.
I'm drinking another San Diego beer, Aurora Hoppy Alice by Carl Strauss, one of my favorite IPAs. Nice. Delicious.
You know, it's funny cheers. Cheers. As a San Diegan, you feel like Carl Strauss is everywhere around the country, but it's just so embedded in San Diego that it feels like that because it feels like
there's a bunch of these breweries throughout San Diego. So it's a good spot. Okay, what were we talking about?
It's Calvin was asking.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the 2020 housing market?
2022.
What did I say?
We know what the 2020 housing market.
I know. I can predict the 2020 housing market.
Good job.
Well, I think that I think our predictions, at least mine, hasn't changed too much since we started doing these. The market has slowed down a little bit, but we still know how hard it is for buyers. It seems like it's gotten even harder for buyers in the last month, 2 months. So it'll be really interesting going into next year. But if I were a betting man, I would say that median home prices are still going to be above what they are right now a year from now. The one thing I am I'm not really starting to get concerned about is inflation. So if inflation continues at the rate it's at right now, how long will it take before people have to start selling off their houses or foreclosing or one of it or the other?
Well, they're going to have to raise the interest rate if the inflation continues.
That's going to have to happen too.
I was just talking to my lender before this YouTube live, and he predicts that interest rates will be like this time next year, probably 1/4 to 0.5% higher. So not dramatic. I was reading other articles on this. Some people were predicting like 4%, which I don't think it will be 4% this time next year. I think they threaten that all the time, but they kind of once they'll bring it back up for a little bit and then they bring it back down again. And my mortgage guy says it could even dip again first before it goes back up again. So I do think it'll be higher at this time next year, but I'm thinking like my clients are still getting like 2.75%, 2.85% this time next year.
Very good right now.
It's be like 3.3%, something like that. So, close to 0.5% higher, but maybe not quite that high. And I think that will slow the housing market a little bit. You won't have 20 offers, maybe you'll have 5. So
great, good.
Yeah, that's great. I think we've talked about that like 10 times that it's going to happen, but they never raise the rates. Every time they flirt with raising it, they just bring it back down. So I don't think it's going to go up 42% in Rancho Peninsula next year, but maybe another 10%. I would not be shocked by.
There are still a lot of people with just crazy wealth moving to San Diego wanting to buy homes, and that's not going to stop anytime soon. So as long as that continues, that will help. But not when people are paying cash.
I know. Honestly, people that are paying cash want the rates to go up because they're going to pay cash on it. So
yeah.
That's what I think. Anyways. Okay. So you predict what's your increase in home prices next year, Dan? Do you think it will slow at all compared to what it is this year?
It will definitely slow compared to this year. I'm going to say 8% increase Actually, you know what? Let's go 10 because we had what? Inflation is at 7% right now.
Yeah, I would not. I'm going to say shocked at 10%. So
I'm going to say 10%.
Everyone, people that keep said they're going to keep waiting to buy.
Yeah,
I think you're going to be waiting for a while if you're going to wait for the prices to dip. So just my thoughts on it.
Your 2 cents.
I heard something the other day I really liked, and it was more for stock advice than real estate, but I think it applies all the same. Is time in market is better than timing the market. So if you're sitting around waiting for things to get lower, it's not a good position to be in. But if you end up being in a situation where you have cash on hand and can put it into the market when it, at whatever point it drops, that's great. But it could go up another 30, 40% before it comes down 10%.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. And then I got this one more slide that I want to show because I like doing the slide thing now, Dan.
It's nice. Get it started.
Yes. Here we go. Whoops.
Oh, before you do that, can we just talk about Eat Chili's down there?
Oh,
yeah. Cheers, guys. Enjoying.
Okay, let me do a couple pieces first, and then we also Trucky Ducky's back.
Trucky Ducky.
Trucky Ducky's back. What's up, man? And then we have Eat Chili's.
Cheers, guys.
There you go.
Great.
Cheers. Happy hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let me just share this one thing. Where did it go? I lost it. Hold on. The screen. Where is that one?
Don't know.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay, mortgage rate predictions. This is where they're all these, financial analysts, mortgage people, thinking where the interest rates are going to be at next year. So 30-year fixed. A lot of these people are thinking 4%. Like 4 out of the 8 people here say 4%. This guy says over 4%. So only one person was about the number that I was thinking, 3.35 or so, right there. So people are probably a lot smarter than I am. So we'll see what happens. But I can't imagine it's going to be 4% this time next year. But that's just a guess.
I'd be very curious to know, like, if we could go back historically and see how many times predictions for interest rates actually came true. Because I feel like
10% of the time.
I feel like 10% of the time. So exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the government, they can't afford to raise interest rates too much because of the negative side effects of it. So, I mean 3.5% next year.
Throughout the year, very small amounts to get people used to it. Because if you go from 2.75 to 3.5 overnight, it's going to completely stifle everybody's home shopping. So,
or even the course of the year, like, it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but that ends up being a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Yeah, I think 1% difference in interest rates is equal to 10% equal in purchase price.
Yeah,
so that could be a lot.
Could be. Okay, Trucky Ducky, how are you guys doing? How are we doing?
Good.
Doing good?
Good.
Happy holidays, everybody. This is
Happy
our
holidays.
last live of the 2021 year. So if you guys have questions, feel free to put it in the chat. We'll be happy to answer. And you guys can always reach out to us, too, if you have other questions that you do not want to air to everyone publicly on YouTube. Trucky Ducky, I just recently moved to Carlsbad.
Oh, cool.
How did you move to Carlsbad and not tell us? I feel like we built a little relationship here. And you're just telling us now that you're living in Carlsbad. This is outrageous.
Where did you move from?
Yeah,
San Diego or somewhere else?
I don't even know where you lived before, Trucky. Can you tell us? I appreciate that. I thought we were friends, but it's fine.
I know.
What does this rain mean for the housing market? The rain means that prices are going up, I think, is what that means. We got a little rain today, first time in a while. The mountains got some snow, too. Big Bear's got some snow, finally, for the season.
Good.
Wally, what's up, Wally? I was just talking to Wally before the show here. Good to see you, bud. Okay, let's see. I've been trying to get a home in North County, San Diego areas, and it seems like there's just so much competition out there, even though it is a slow season. Do you guys think it will continue or slow? I did think it was going to be much slower at this time of year, but it is slower, but it's just like there's one house to choose from in every neighborhood, I feel like, this time of year. So even if it's slower out there, there's still people trying to buy a house. So I actually think it'll be easier to get a house in the early winter, spring than it is this month. Just my 2 cents.
So if you look at the stats for all of San Diego, I think it's like 1,500 homes available on the market right now. compared to this time last year, we had almost 3,000. So it's like half.
Yeah. That's
So
why there
it's
were 20 offers on this house. The house was listed at 148 and got up to 1.7. That house had no business being sold for $1.7 million. So,
and if you think of the people actively looking on the market right now, like they're like the desperate people that are looking through the holidays. It's not the people that are like casually looking, or it's it's tough.
Yeah, I agree. So we feel for you, man. Sorry, it's tough out there.
Yeah.
Down at the beginning of the year. I think there will be more inventory at the beginning. Well, maybe not like the first month, but like February, March, April.
Yeah.
If you can buy something in that January to March timeframe before the huge season starts, which is like April, May, June, July, you might have less people to choose from. But honestly, there's just so many people all the time. I don't think it's going to make too much difference. We already did that one. I'll do that one next. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Can you believe that inflation rate is higher than the interest rates? It's almost like a borrowing for free. Yeah, it's true. That's why there's so many people trying to buy at this interest rate. So like, they won't be this low forever, but it's been like this for a few years now. And probably for at least another year. And then 2023 might be different. But I think through the busy selling season, the rates are going to be pretty low.
And the tough thing about what you're saying here, Steve, is it's going to push a bigger gap between like middle income earners and high income earners. It's just going to keep wedging a gap between them.
Yeah,
it's crazy times right now.
There's no real middle class anymore. It's like the low and the high. There's the middle class is shrinking. It seems like.
Yeah, the people with money are taking opportunity of the situation. The people without money are struggling.
Which is a real pain in the butt for people trying to move to San Diego, which was already expensive as it was. Now it's even more expensive than it was. So, and
I mean, people are not buying; they're not vying for cheap houses. These are still $1.4 million. It's not chump change. No, it's just that one certain bracket that seems to be the most popular price point. If you have $3 million to spend, there's just so many less, people vying for the same.
There is less competition at over $5 million. So if you have $5 million lying around, you'll have a
hot tip for you listeners out there.
We'll just get you set up right away. That's right.
Exactly.
I know. That's a difficult price range, and that it seems like it shouldn't be. Like, that is still really impressive to be buying a piece of real estate for $1 million or more. I mean, that's
it is like
amazing.
$1 million in most other cities throughout the country is like a huge mansion. Here, you get a little bungalow. It's nice,
little bungalow, and you're fighting 20 people. For
one other thing I wanted to bring up too: if anybody's been trying to buy Zillow-owned homes because they have like a surplus of homes that they're gradually pushing out over time, I've had 2 clients get offers accepted from Zillow. Just want to give you my little experience with it. They weren't taking offers under asking price, so they are usually selling them under what they paid for them right off the bat. But we've tried offering less than what they're asking, and they just pretty much ignore you the entire time. So if you ever see a Zillow-owned home, then if you want to get it, because I think the way they're pricing them now, they're actually not that overpriced anymore. I think they were for a while, but now they've gotten more realistic, and they're trying to sell them off quicker. So they have gotten realistic with the pricing. So if you see one that's at a reasonable price, I would jump on it.
Go for it
immediately. Yeah. Because I just showed another one in Rancho Bernardo that was Zillow owned, and they had like almost 8 or 10 offers on it. And they listed it less than they bought it for, but now they're going to sell it for more than they bought it for, which is the way you're supposed to flip homes, Zillow. But this one was really nice. Everything was redone, new windows, new flooring, new everything. So it was $1,077,000. I think it's going to go for over 1.2, I think, on that one. So if you're looking at Zillow-owned homes, that's kind of the insight. And they, just so you know, they take forever to respond to anything. So it's 48 hours to get any kind of response on anything. Don't get discouraged. So if you think they're not responding, they will eventually. Just you got to wait 48 hours, sometimes longer. So
they put really strict timelines on things, and then they won't respond to you to help meet those timelines, which is very infuriating. But Burton, I'm curious. So
automatically go away on day 10 or day 15. On a normal contract, you have to physically sign a form that you're releasing your contingency. So just know that if you're trying to buy a Zillow-owned home, they do not use the forms that most real estate agents use. So be
on top of it. But Burton, I'm curious, like when you put an offer in, You put an offer in under asking. Did they budge at all, or was it
No.
like nothing?
No, they did not. Then
For
when
us,
we
it
were
was.
and then we were negotiating with them. They reduced the price. Like we already offered full price, and then they reduced the price by $500. I'm like, we already offered you full price, and then you reduce it by $500 while we're negotiating. So it's a very well run company, just so you know.
Yeah, they gave us $1,000 off when we got our offer accepted. I'm like, cool, whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, eat Chili's. Cheers.
Cheers.
There you go.
Thank you.
Eat Chili's. Good on you, Truckee. Eat Chili's. You guys should hang out. I think you guys would get along.
In Carlsbad.
Eloc, one of our past clients.
Hi.
Saying hi. Saw your live and just want to say hi. They moved in not too far from us.
Not far at all.
Oh, and there's Alicia too as well. I shout out that Southwest Firehouse San Diego from the Bay Area. Very cool guys.
Yeah.
Helped your parents find a place here too as well. Okay, what else we got? But good to see you guys. Mr. Eric Gone 34. You want to read this?
How much of an impact do you feel? Doesn't give me the whole thing. Do you feel Zillow selling off its homes will impact the market? They bought high, are trying to recover what they lost, but people who are desperate are accepting mediocre homes.
I would say it depends on the houses. Some like the one I saw
agree.
today that was Zillow owned was a really nice home.
Nice.
But some of the other ones I've seen definitely need some cosmetic work. And the big reason I heard that this wasn't working well for Zillow, this could have just been Zillow speak, is they didn't have enough people to help fix them up, like contractors and painters, and they bought so many that they didn't have enough labor
of a workforce
and like supplies are backed up and that sort of thing. So I think they were able to fix up some, and those ones did sell for better, like this one I'm talking about. But then the two of my clients bought needed some cosmetic work, and they got it for a decent price.
The one that I saw, I thought looked really good, actually. I thought it looked really good, and I was surprised that it was a Zillow-owned home, and I thought, wow, I was pleasantly surprised.
But I do think Zillow in San Diego has another, I don't know how many more, at least 50 to 100 homes coming to San Diego. I don't think it's going to make a dent in the amount of inventory that we need. I wish they had more that they could bring to the market, like hundreds of homes. But I don't think it's going to make a big enough difference, unfortunately. And they're spreading them out over time. They're not flooding them all, the market at one time.
So the number I heard is when they officially canceled their program moving forward, they had 31 homes on the market. So it's not a ton of homes they have in San Diego, and
they own a lot more than that, though. They own a lot more than 31.
How long were they active, Dan? How long were they
buying homes for?
Yep.
They started how long through the pandemic really buying homes?
It was like a year and a half, something like that.
Yeah,
was it a year and a half? Was it that long?
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was that long. I thought it was pretty.
They kind of started quietly about it. They didn't really advertise it too much, but
yeah.
But it's just interesting to think what would have happened if the market would have really crashed, because they had a hard time with their Zestimates trying to figure out what the market's doing, and they kept adjusting it because prices were going up so much. And then when it just kind of almost flatlined, they're like, oh, we're losing too much money. We got to back out.
Yeah.
Like if it actually would have dropped, that would have been nuts how much money they would have lost.
True. How was the fire season this year? I thought it insane. I mean, knock on wood.
I didn't think it was too bad.
Yeah. Did we have many at all in San Diego?
I don't think so.
We did. No.
The Bay Area always seems to get hit a lot harder than we did. But
but this year was pretty mild for us.
I think we had one little one in Pacific Island Ranch for a minute. Remember, it was like in the,
it
was just so small. They put it out in 10 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. But overall, it's been pretty good here lately.
No gender reveal party fireworks.
No, nothing. Right.
Oh no! Look who it is. Ollie Patterson, our videographer.
We will not answer this question.
How bad did Zillow mess up? Pretty bad. They lost. I'm not sure how much money, but
do you have that number? Who has that number?
Not a good flipping company, in my opinion. So
I think 500 million. Is that right?
How much they lost, or what?
Yeah, they were expected to lose 500 million. Laid off. Or we're supposed to lay off around 1,400 people.
Well, the two houses my clients bought, they were both, I think, sold for more than $50,000 less than they paid for them. And the only good thing about that is that they appraise very easily when that happens, because they already have a comp for like the own house as its comp that's sold for less. But
Ollie Patterson, can you smile in your picture? You look really forlorn in that, in your little YouTube profile. That's not the Ollie Patterson I know.
No, not when he works with us. He's always
He
smiling.
looks like he's the face on a milk carton.
So if
He
anybody
might be
needs
missing.
That's a good point.
videographer in San Diego, don't use Ollie because he's
No.
all ours. So.
Oh, well, okay. I thought you were saying based on his YouTube picture. Don't hire him. He looks so sad and forlorn. And he's not.
Who took that photo? If he was,
Yeah, what photographer took that?
I don't know. Okay. But hi, Ollie. Yeah, I usually compare with Redfin and Zillow estimates of home value are inflated. I also that's also the problem when people use Zillow and Redfin to estimate how much a home is worth. They're just using algorithms. Like this one house that was listed at 148, Zillow or Redfin had it estimated at 1.7, but there was no comp in that immediate vicinity that could justify that price. But for some reason, Zillow or Redfin put that as the thing. I think people see that and will put the offer in based on what an algorithm tells you, which I think is a problem, but just my 2 cents. What was that noise?
Ghost.
Something behind us. I'm
Ghost
not sure what it was. Okay. Kevin Meyer. I remember Kevin. Just curious, what is the tax rate on North County homes? I'm in Riverside County with Melrose. Our tax rate ends up being about 2.3%. Wow. That is high. So the base
With
rate
Melrose.
what's up?
Said with Melrose.
Yeah, but even with
Melrose,
Melrose, it's still lower here than it is there. So base tax rate is about 1.1%, give or take. And then with Melrose, it's still less than 2%, even with Melrose, almost in every town in North County. So somewhere between 1.3 to 1.7 probably is what most tax rates will be. If the home's older than 20 years or so, you probably don't have a Melrose, or 30 years maybe, depending on the neighborhood. So yeah, 1.1 to 1.7 probably. Does that sound right, Dan?
Yeah, maybe up to 1.2, but that's really high for San Diego.
Yeah. Oh no, one of our old friends is back.
Oh.
The Spaniard.
Uh-oh, here he is.
Happy holidays, guys. Thanks, man. Look up the Nikon shot from back
Nixon.
I say he can't read. From back in 1970 regarding inflation. I know you weren't around, but I was. We are going to have a repeat occurrence, possibly. So we are going to have it, possibly.
Or it's possible.
Okay, got it.
I'll look it up. I'm curious.
I will read it up.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down.
Vern's just very well preserved.
Not really.
No, not
Vern is 300 years old.
Not that close. What'd you say, Dan?
Nothing. I said you're looking great tonight.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, man. I just got a haircut. What's the public perception of Escondido? I've heard lots of mixed opinions. I think there are really nice parts of Escondido, and I think there are parts of Escondido that need some love.
It's a mixed bag.
Some people call it Westcondido is the nicer part of Escondido, but I also think the area around the downtown, like around Grand Avenue in Escondido, could be a really, really nice spot if they could still just, give it a little facelift.
Yeah.
Because it's got like a little downtown area.
Yeah, I think Escondido has some good restaurants. I think you can get interesting homes there. I think you can get more land there. I think you have to be a little selective if you're looking at schools. And if that matters to you, if that doesn't matter to you, then go based on home and, property. And I really like Escondido. And if you like the heat, get in there because it's warmer than it is where I live. And sometimes in the winter.
If you're west of the 15, it's not that bad.
You're right. But I'm saying I think it's kind of nice too. I mean, if you like.
Well, look at you. You're all bundled up.
Like an Eskimo
go for some over here.
Escondido temperatures right about now.
Escondido Eskimo.
No, I think my prediction is that Escondido is going to have a little bit of like a revamp or revival like they're trying to do with Poway right now. And they're just taking some of the older shopping centers and just giving them a little bit of a facelift, just giving them some love and attention. And
a lot of the shopping on Poway Road is getting redeveloped.
Yeah.
And I think in Escondido probably, might be 5 or 10 years from now, but I think it's going to be much better, especially as people get priced out of the areas.
Exactly.
Like
I think everybody's going to move. You're going to move a little further out. And I think Escondido in the future is going to be doing just fine. You're still in close enough proximity to San Diego that if you need to commute to work or you need to be at the airport, Escondido is a good location. I don't think it'd be a bad place to get into.
Do we look really short in here? I feel like we have so much headroom up here.
Dan's just closer to the screen, and we're back looking like tiny.
I just feel like really short.
You're just better than this, is the thing, Vern.
I feel like Ollie Patterson on video.
Ollie says he.
I look so sad. There he is again. Hey, Ollie. Okay.
So sad.
Oh,
you took the picture. You took your sad picture?
That's impressive that you took that of yourself.
Okay, but hi, Ollie. Thanks for watching, man.
Yes.
Do you guys have a video on Escondido? No, we've been just talking about doing this. We
Yes.
almost did it this week.
Listen, we just went to a donut place. We did a donut video.
Yeah, we did a donut tour.
Surprise. We did a donut tour.
I'm not sure whose idea it was.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, the best donuts might be in Escondido.
Yeah.
Peterson's Donut Corner
in Escondido. Russell and Jackie, if you're watching, check out Peterson's Donut Corner. Really, really good.
Like, so good.
Raised, glazed.
I
donuts.
thought about going back. Like today.
We just did that yesterday. You went more donuts?
We didn't try all the stuff. There's so much to try, and
Don't
we
tell
didn't try
Ollie
it
we
all.
did the donut video without him.
It was, okay, sorry.
But we don't. We're going to do an Escondido video, but that's hopefully before the end of the year, but it's getting late in the year, so we'll see.
Yeah. I would like to do that, though. Definitely. SP.
And Rancho Bernardo. We have not done Rancho Bernardo yet. I'm going to do that one next too.
We'll have videos of everywhere in San Diego before you know it.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
The Netflix of San Diego.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, what are your thoughts on Three Roots? Ooh, heard some not so great things about Mira Mesa. Would you buy in Three Roots if you worked around Sorrento Valley?
I think if I worked around Sorrento Valley, I would.
Sure.
I would buy Three Roots.
Very convenient.
The area around Three Roots is probably not the most desirable place in the world. Parts of Mira Mesa are I like the edges of Mira Mesa. Once you're in the middle of it, it gets too congested, too crowded. There's only kind of one way in, one way out of there. Basically, you're not that close to a freeway if you're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But Three Roots is relatively close to the 5 freeway, 5 and the 805.
Yeah. And I so heard some not so great things about Mira Mesa. I get it, but I also think that Mira Mesa has like a really thriving, vibrant, sort of interesting foodie community with really amazing
they have
grocery stores. All right, a lot of Dunkin' Donuts. I'm talking about like these amazing seafood markets and H Mart for all. I mean, just a little more niche, but also really interesting food that you can't find everywhere. So I think Mira Mesa has some great things about it. I just wish Mira Mesa, somebody could just stretch it out a little bit, because I think part of the issue is just the congestion. And I feel like when Mira Mesa became Mira Mesa, they didn't realize how
dense
populated it would be someday.
Location wise, it's actually a very good location.
It's
right
like
in the middle of like South County and North County, right in the middle of it. So you get downtown pretty quick, you get up north very quickly.
Yes.
You get to the beaches relatively quickly.
And there are some really nice pockets. You have, some homeowners that take a lot of pride in their home that there's a lot of upkeep, and then some who maybe can't maintain as much, and the homes look like they need a little TLC.
Yeah, and we're going to try to do a tour of Three Roots if they will ever let us in, but all the home, like Lennar hates real estate agents over there, so I'm just going to try to sneak in one day and try to do a tour.
Yeah,
hopefully they'll let us.
But if you work in Sorrento Valley, you'd be right there. You'll be right. Great location for you.
For sure. Miss Jade Jantel, just saying hello. Happy holidays. Been watching you guys since I was living in Northern Virginia.
Nice.
Very cool. I've been hitting up all your great recommendations one time. That's awesome. Have you tried anything new that we have not talked about? Let us know if there's anything that's been good.
And how are you finding the North Park area? I was just saying the other day, I wanted to hit some donut spots.
Is it Nomads? Is Nomad in North Park?
Yeah,
Nomad donuts?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's some good ones down
We're
south.
trying to get down there too. So
yeah, Nomads is great.
Is Toll Brothers developing any more areas in San Diego? They did have a lot in Carlsbad like a couple of years back, but I haven't seen Toll Brothers much at all recently. I think I just looked up on their website. I didn't see anything from Toll Brothers in San Diego. Have you, Dan?
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah. So Bern just nailed it though. You can just go to their website and they'll tell you what they're developing in San Diego. But yeah, I just did a video on a couple different new developments, and Toll Brothers did not come up. I'm drawing a blank for any Toll Brothers in San Diego.
Yeah, they used to have a spot in Carlsbad. They were building a lot, but they haven't done it recently. And they're a good builder too. People like Toll Brothers. So.
Who do you guys see the most around here? Then
Lennar.
You're going to say Lennar.
Shay's pretty up there.
Shay, Lennar.
Those are the top two.
One in Pacific Highland Ranch that it used to be called Pardee, but now it's called something else. Tri-Point Homes, it's called now.
Oh, Tri-Point. Tri-Point.
Yeah, but they're like built out over there. I think they're in their last phase of the Senderos over there.
Oh, they have another community that they're building. The Highlands hasn't started.
The Highlands. That's the last. The Highlands is the last one they have. They've owned this land for like 30 years. Now this is the last plot of land that they own. So at least what's
so those will start around 2.6.
Yeah.
Hey.
If you have any recommendations for holiday stuff, that would be awesome. Love all the donut videos.
Oh, you're gonna love this donut video.
We did a
up.
holiday video last year, but we didn't. Maybe we can try to fit one out next week.
Yeah. Are you looking for holiday stuff with kids, without kids? Are you looking for downtown holiday stuff like a Santa bar crawl? Or are you looking for like the ice skating in Coronado, or they have
Liberty Station usually has one. I'm not sure.
Del Mar's doing a thing, Snow and Glow and Snow, where they have like snow tubing. You can take kids. You can rent these.
In Del Mar?
Yeah.
At the fairgrounds or where?
I think I have to double check, but I think so.
And then you can just walk around the neighborhoods like Christmas Card Lane we have over Rancho Peninsula, or
that's free.
Is it Candy Cane Lane?
Candy Cane Lane or the Griswolds. If you look that up, there's an area in one of the neighborhoods where the people go all out, and but yeah, give me a little more specific.
Yes,
what kind of holiday?
Because there's a lot of different ways we can go. Balboa Park's always a good spot to walk around in the holidays.
Oh yeah, right.
You guys know so much more having kids about all the holiday stuff. Like, dang, you guys know a lot on that.
Our children. How much cheaper is Temecula than from the San Diego? I think it used to be a much bigger gap. I don't think it's that much cheaper. I mean, it depends. San Diego is such a wide area, huge area. So I don't know do you know what the median home price is in Temecula, Dan?
I don't know what the median is, but like the median in San Diego is 830, and I think you guys would probably agree. Like if you're looking for 3-2 in San Diego, move-in ready in a nice neighborhood, you're not going to find it really under 800,000.
Yeah, I think it's almost like 900,000.
Probably closer to 900,000. Yeah. But you aren't going to find a $500,000 nice home in a nice neighborhood in Temecula. It's probably going to be 650 or 7, something like that.
Yeah, so it's definitely cheaper in Temecula, but I think the gap has shrunk a little bit in recent years.
It has.
I feel like 8 years ago, Temecula was
like for like $300,000.
Yes. And people, because I know families, with kids the same age as my kids, that was like they were living here in San Diego, maybe renting, and then when they wanted to move and have their family home, they went to Temecula. And I remember talking to them, just being like, "Wow, you guys got that house for what?" Like it was a huge discrepancy in prices there. So I know there was sort of an exodus out to that area. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They have a lot more new construction probably up in Temecula too.
That was
if you want
Valley Center.
Most of what I saw. Yeah.
Yum Yum Donuts. So
I think we looked at Yum Yum Donuts but when we were in Escondido, we did Peterson's. So the Spaniard, do you know Peterson's? Because Peterson's was amazing.
It's highly rated.
It was like my expectation.
Well, Yum Yums is just a chain, right? Like they have a bunch of locations.
Yeah, they have more than one of those Yum Yums. I think is there someone down in the city too? I think
there's one right by my old house.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yum Yum. Kind of hungry now.
I know. I wish I had some donuts.
And I just wanted to let you know you guys are so awesome. Thank you.
Yay.
My husband and I moved here in March. We were watching your video in Snowy Cincinnati before moving. We were renting Carmel Valley for now. That's awesome. Great.
That's awesome.
Glad we could help get you settled here in San Diego.
Mm-hmm. And I bet you're, even with a rainy day today, I bet you're still pretty thankful that you're not in Snowy Cincinnati, because I bet there's weather coming. I bet it's on the horizon in Cincinnati.
It's coming. It always does.
It does. You're right. So
okay.
It's been nice here.
Oh, there she is. Oh, yes, Nomad Donuts, Love Hill Crest, are so walkable. If you like pho. Sorry. On 5th and Hillcrest is awesome. I've not tried that one.
I love that. Thank you.
Great Italian. What's the name of the Italian place? I'm curious about that one. Love Italian food.
Man, I'm really getting hungry now.
Really hungry.
Do you mean pizza?
Yes.
For Vern's next video, he wants to do pizza.
We did your donuts. Video. Now it's my turn to do pizza.
Okay.
Have you guys ever done anything but donuts, like as being your main food item?
We did a burrito
That's true.
video.
Yeah, we did
That's
burritos. I did a coffee one. I did the best coffee one. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult. I mean, it was very difficult on the donuts too by the end of it.
It's hard. It was like so much sugar in such a short amount of time. We really try to pace ourselves and not eat the whole donut at each place, but
at least I tried.
That's true.
The lengths you guys go through to help the people watching your videos. It's really incredible.
Right?
Trials and tribulations.
That's right.
That's what we do. Best areas for 20s and 30s Spanish style homes.
Outside of Balboa Park, there's
Well,
some
basically
really
all
cool,
around there.
all around that
Yeah.
area. There's such cool little Spanish style homes.
North Park, South Park, Normal
Mission
Heights.
Hills.
Yes, and it's a lot of 20, 30 somethings there, and it's a cool place to live. I wish I had lived here when I was in my 20s.
I know, that's where I would have lived. I would live right by North Park,
Mhm.
South Park.
That's where you would have lived.
I would have lived.
Yeah.
I would have. Let's see. Do people get annoyed with the airplanes landing every minute at the airport near downtown? I would say if they're in the flight path, I would probably say yes.
You know what? I don't know though. We're in maybe, or maybe it
Although-
becomes like white noise. You get used to it. You don't hear it as much. We are in the sort of in the flight path of Miramar,
Mm-hmm.
and so we have fighter jets, which is a much different sound than the airplane. It is like a
Very loud.
rumbling, deafening, very scary. And when I have visitors come, they're like,
I don't even notice it anymore.
I don't even
Except
hear
for
it
when we're
anymore.
trying to shoot a video.
I don't even hear it. I don't even hear it. But it maybe 2-3 times a day, maybe, right? 2-3 times.
Well, if you
a
ever
day,
sit outside the Crack Shack downtown, which is not a crack den, it's a chicken place downtown.
An amazing chicken
there,
place.
The planes go
Yes.
flying right over
overhead.
there. So that's when you notice how close the planes are.
So I would say if you might get used to it, or you might not. It might really, really bother you, or like I don't hear the jets anymore, but the airplanes are probably more frequent.
They end by like 10 or 11 o'clock at night at San Diego, usually, right?
They have a
I think
pretty
the latest
strict
flight's
curfew.
Like 10, something like that. So
Really?
they do stop and then they pick up again in the morning.
Wow.
So here's an insider tip with the airplanes though, is literally downtown is where they're landing. They actually use a lot more energy to take off. So if you're in Point Loma, it's way louder than it is downtown because takeoff is
really?
much louder. Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, that makes
Insider
sense because
tip.
you're kind of powering down as you're landing. You're not
Mhm.
having to accelerate. You're decelerating.
Yeah, you're almost like gliding.
Is
in
that the
there.
word? Decelerate?
It's a good word.
Is that a word?
Nailed it. You nailed it.
Perfect.
Okay, a couple more questions here. We're almost at the 45-minute mark here. My daughter, 18-year-old, is still with me, but looking for holiday events for older
Oh,
folks.
okay. Okay, nice.
Love lights, festivals, and niche shops.
Okay.
You missed that one.
Okay, wait. Okay, so Petco Park has a little holiday. What are they calling it?
Like some kind of
I'm so sorry, Miss J. I'm so sorry. It's like a little holiday village setup where they have artisan craft. You know, it's like you can do Christmas shopping. They have artisans there selling their wares. They have like food and drinks, and it's really cute. I was at Petco Park the other day and I saw the whole setup, and it looks.
Do you actually walk through it or not?
I didn't, but I saw it from above as I was on the Petco Park tour. And it looked so Christmassy and so festive and really fun, and I would want to go, and it looks good for adults and kids as well. Also, okay, I would say the botanical gardens, the San Diego Botanical Gardens in Encinitas has a beautiful light display that you can just walk through. Yeah, it's really, really nice. They put lights all over everything. You go at night. I mean, it's lovely, and it's fun for kids too, but also kind of mellow for adults as well, but holiday spirit.
I think, do they do it at the zoo and stuff? Do they do Christmas lights and stuff at
the zoo does stuff. I mean, all the theme parks will do stuff. So Legoland has stuff, SeaWorld has stuff.
I trend a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as festivals, I know I just read about
some. I would have wanted to do that December 9th thing, but I've not done it. They do at Balboa Park. They do the Grinch Stole Christmas at the Old Globe.
Wait, so is that Taste of is that at Balboa Park? The one with all the food?
No, they call it December Nights. Remember they do the food trucks and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's over already?
And they only do it like one weekend or something like that.
We're not even through December.
Yeah,
okay. There's the parade of lights on the harbor there where they dress up all the boats.
Yeah.
That's coming. That's this Sunday. You can go. It's free. You just have to find a parking, and it gets kind of busy. But so it's all the boats in the harbor that want to participate. They like put lights all over their boats, and then you watch, and they kind of do a whole parade through the harbor. It's just this Sunday night.
We should have done a video on this.
I could. I am going.
I feel like we just did.
I get to watch from the flight deck of the Midway, actually.
Ooh.
Wait, when?
That's awesome.
Sunday. I know. I'm so excited.
Why wasn't I invited?
I'm sorry. I got a little insider hookup, so
nice.
I'm pumped. Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
Okay, given the density of Mira Mesa, is the home buying inventory low? What about the rental market? I mean, the home buying inventory is low everywhere right now. So this time of year, it's probably gonna be the lowest it is of the year, I'm guessing, in December, like especially between Christmas and New Year's, Thanksgiving, all that stuff. So I don't think it's any less than anywhere else in San Diego. The rental market, I hear a lot of people looking for rentals, and it's almost as challenging as the sales market. It's a little bit easier. Especially this time of year, it's probably easier to find a rental than it is to find a house to purchase.
Kind of coming in mid-year, yeah.
Because a lot of people like to rent their houses out in the summer to summer instead of like winter to winter, because it can be a little more challenging.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps. Okay, guys, we just got like 2 more minutes here. Unless you have more, if you have a couple more questions, throw them in the chat. Otherwise, I think we will wrap this up. We have a lot. Oh, that's the Italian restaurant.
Oh, never been there.
Yeah. Hillcrest on Fifth Street. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So nice.
Okay, I think that is the extent of our questions. Dan, do you have any final thoughts?
We got one more coming in. What's this? You look
Russell.
a very important comment.
I know, my blood has thinned out.
I know. Sorry, Russell. It was raining today, Russell. It was raining.
It rained.
And we're cold.
We look like we're dressed for Montana, not
I
San Diego.
know.
True story.
She's got like 5 layers of clothes on over there.
It's 2 layers, but this is it's a turtleneck that's built into a sweatshirt.
That is
that's impressive.
We are not in Montana.
I know. It's not that cold. I don't need this much, but I was just very comfortable, so I stayed in it.
Well, thank you, Russell. Thank you for watching, tuning in, and we will see Russell here in February, hopefully, as he's moving from the Bay Area. Okay. Oh, and
last
then
one.
Miss
Good.
Jay, you are welcome. Thank you, and welcome
There's
to
so
San Diego.
many more. I'm sorry, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head.
I know.
But
If we can put out a holiday video next week, we will try our best to get it out. Oh, it's already December 9th, so we probably missed it.
Next week we're down to the wire with the holidays here.
Yeah. Eat Chili says, thanks, guys. You are welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll probably start up another live up in 2022. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for watching throughout the whole year, guys. We really appreciate all your guys' support. If there's any videos you guys want to see, please either email us or post it in the comments here. We'll follow up and try to make any video you guys want to make.
We'll try to do the Escondido one. I would love to do
Escondido, someone asked for a Rancho Bernardo one.
Okay, we'll do that. I would love to get down to Hillcrest or North Park because there's so many donuts I could eat down there.
We're gonna do a Liberty Station one next week too, and then look out for our donut video and our what's next in 2022 video. Remember?
Donut part 2.
Donut. Well, that one too as well. Yes. All right. Well, thanks guys for watching. Dan, any final thoughts?
That's it. Looking forward to 2022, guys.
That sounds good. Woo-hoo. All right, guys. Have a good New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.